This is the Ter Braak Coolmix. Basic features: you have a top tank mounted on 4 load cells. There's a dry sugar feeder. On top of the tank is an agitator and a level controller. There's also an air-operated discharge valve to automatically discharge the product into the lower vessel. The lower vessel has a level control and a mixing tank and the manual valve, which you will then connect to your discharge pump. These are the automatic valves, the large one for the glucose, the small one for the water. They're air operated and they'll get mounted to your pipeline. The back of the machine there's your Weightronics controller, manual switches. That's the interface where the weigh cells are connected. These are your air solenoids for your air valves. These are your starters for your mixer motors and pump, and the relays for all the outputs. Now these are both your light indicators for automatic mode and then your manual switches for manual mode. In the automatic mode, you'll be using the controller, and that will automatically open and close all the valves. If for some reason you want to do everything manually, you would switch this into manual mode, and the scale would show a readout, and that's it. It would just act as a scale, so you can open and close valves and do things as you like. It's also useful if you have to stop in the middle of a batch for some reason, you want to discharge everything manually, you would do that. Otherwise, during the automatic cycle, these lights, the water, the pump and glucose, the discharge valve, the vibrator, and the 2 mixers, when those lights are on, it means those valves or those motors are running. This is the vibratory controller for the sugar. To program, you hit your F3 key. We'll say we're going to hit 2 to add a program. We'll call it recipe number 2. Add recipe yes. And we'll put just targets of 10 kilos each. And a drip time of 35. The drip time is the time that's used after the low-level indicator has indicated that the tank is discharged to that point, and the drip time is the additional time needed to discharge based on your batch size. Now we can run a batch. Mark? For this test, we're just going to run the system and manually fill the tank with water to allow each target to be obtained. So we're going to now hit enter to finish programming, and then F1 to start. And now you'll see the water valve has opened, and we're going to now put water into the tank. Don't lean on the tank. See, the water light is still the only thing on. The mixer motor is not on, just the water valve open. Okay, we're at 9 kilos, 1 more kilo to go. Okay, off the water. Okay, now you'll see the water valve is off and the vibrator turned on in the top mixer. Now we're going to add water to simulate the sugar. when that reaches 10 kilos, the vibrator will shut off and the pump and glucose valve will open up.
Okay, we're almost there. 9.6, 9.7. Okay, 10.
And now the glucose valve is on, the mixer is still on. Okay. When we finish the glucose, then we'll be done. So it's showing you the net weight for each product, and it shows the net weight achieved. Now, since we're filling manually, we couldn't turn off the water in time manually as the valve would. 9.7, 9.8, 9.9. Okay. Now the batch is finished. There's a built-in time to allow it to mix a little more before the discharge valve opens. Now the valve is opening. You see the weight is emptying out. It's emptying into the lower tank. The drip time is started. And when the drip timer is satisfied at 35, the top valve will close and the water will start again. Okay, and now the cycle should start again, and there's the water, and now it's waiting for the water to go in. That is a complete cycle, and this will keep going on until you either hit emergency stop, turn the power off, or you could actually hit the F2 at any time. That'll shut off the process, stopping everything, at which time you could go into a manual mode, and then you could be opening the valves as need be, turning on the vibrator, turning on the mixers, and now we'll shut off.